Happy New Year, everybody. Brian Inskip here with Surf Homes NC, back again to fill you in on what's going up, what's going down, and where things are at in the Oak Island real estate market, here with the first market update of 2025. So I do want to take a second to just wish you a Happy New Year. I hope it's off to a great start. I hope you've got some worthy goals coming into the year, and I'd love to hear what they are. So if you've got a goal for the year, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll offer you some encouragement, some support on that journey. Me personally, I'm focused on some health goals this year, so I've been keeping after the fitness, been eating good, soaking up some vitamin D here on the beach, but I'd love to hear what your goals are. Maybe you got a real estate goal, buying a beach house this year. If that's your goal, drop a comment, let me know. Now, I do these market updates every single month, so if you want to keep track of what's happening in the Oak Island real estate market, be sure to also hit that subscribe button right now so that you can get notified when the next market update comes. And as well, you can keep track of all the other cool videos that we put out as we explore and share all things coastal North Carolina real estate and lifestyle. Now, also be sure to watch to the end of this video, not only to get up to speed on what's happening in the market. In this episode, I'm going to focus on the year-over-year changes that we've seen in the market. But if you watch to the end of this episode, as a bonus at the end, I'm also going to share my top 3 property picks of homes that are for sale right now on Oak Island. So today we're bringing you this market update right out in front of 1009 Ocean Drive. This property is part of our Island Dream Home series, where we've documented the teardown and rebuild process. So there used to be a completely different home sitting on this oceanfront lot. Now you can see that the new home is starting to take shape, and we've documented that. So I've got a link right up here, or up here, one of those, that you can click to go to that series and watch the episodes of demolishing the old home and starting to build the new home. The whole process you're going to be able to see start to finish, and it's just a few months away from being completed. So drop a comment if you'd be interested in renting this oceanfront property with a elevated oceanfront pool, 7 bedrooms, state-of-the-art beach house. Drop a comment and say interested. I'll get you the link to the rental site for this property. It's ready to rent this summer in 2025. So be sure to check out that Island Dream Home series. It's also, there's a link in the comments as well, so you can check that out. Back to the business at hand though, this is your January 2025 Oak Island real estate market update. All right, so we saw a lot of changes in the Oak Island real estate market in 2024, comparing it to past years. In this market update, I'm going to focus on that year-over-year comparison, whereas a lot of times in these updates, we're looking at more of the micro trends from month to month as we go throughout the year. But I think it's always good at the end and beginning of a new year to pause and look back, see what changes we had, get a broader scope on the market, and then I'm also going to share some of my predictions for what the market's going to do here at Oak Island this year. To kick things off, we always start with looking at our average sales prices. So the average sales price on Oak Island actually increased 13% year over year in 2024. So we started with an average sales price of $606,723, and we ended at $687,726. So pretty healthy jump. That's well beyond the average normal appreciation rate for real estate, but don't take that to the bank just yet. There's some other stats that we have to use in conjunction with that to really understand what's going on with pricing in Oak Island. That brings us to our next stat, which is the average price per square foot. So we saw an average price per square foot increase of 3.9% year over year on Oak Island, going from $416 per square foot starting the year and ending at an average of $430 a square foot. So when we take that average sales price and that average price per square foot together, what we can see is that prices did not actually appreciate 13%. That's more a reflection of fewer lower priced properties selling and more higher priced properties selling. But we did still see appreciation, without a doubt, right around that 4% range, which is a good, healthy, normal increase between the average of 3 to 5% appreciation per year. So my first prediction for this coming year, 2025, is around pricing. So I expect that we will see a similar rate of appreciation and value increase that we did this year. Just a nice, normal increase in values and appreciation on properties. But I would love to hear, what's your prediction in the market? Do you think prices are going to go up? You think they're going to stay flat, stay level? Or do you see prices actually going down? I'd love to hear what you think. Go ahead and drop a comment with your 2025 prediction for pricing on Oak Island. The next category that we're going to look at is inventory. First thing we look at here is new listings. So new listings took a big hit throughout 2024. We saw a 70% decrease year over year in the number of new listings hitting the market. So that is huge. That is substantial. That means there were a lot fewer homes coming on the market being presented as options for buyers. Homes for sale is up 3.3% year over year. We went from 117 active listings in January this time last year to currently 125 active listings on the market. And our month supply is currently sitting at 15 months worth of inventory. That also represents a big increase year over year. And you might wonder, well, how can there be fewer new listings hitting the market, but yet the supply is growing? And that's because the rate of sale has also decreased, or demand levels have decreased. So there's actually fewer buyers, as we're going to see in some of these next stats. Now let's take a look at the activity going on in the market, or what I like to call the energy. First thing we look at here is days on market. So we did see a 7.3% increase year over year in the average number of days that it takes a property from its initial listing to go under contract and sell. So we moved from 68 days as an average to ending the year with 73 average days on market. Pending sales is down 19.7% year over year. Again, that's a pretty healthy decrease, and that just goes right alongside with the fact that you had fewer new listings. You've also got fewer pending sales, and our closed sales dropped 15.4% year over year. So we did sell fewer properties last year than we did the prior year. My next prediction, along with those stats, 2024 was kind of a wonky year. We saw interest rate increases. It was an election year, and there was just a general shift in sentiment out there with a lot of people. So I do believe that with those lower rates of sale in 2024, that we've built up some pent up buyer demand. So it doesn't mean that everybody stopped dreaming about a beach house or wanting a beach house, but it did mean that a lot of people kind of pushed that goal back on their timeline a little bit. So I do think we're going to see some of that pent up demand surface in the first quarter of 2025 going into the summer. So I do think we'll see that rate of sale increase. We'll see inventory levels drop. My phone's already ringing off the hook to start the year. I've got properties getting more and more activity that I have listed for sale. So the energy is definitely picking up in the market right now. That's a note to you if you're a buyer. You might want to get out there and get after it, because you're going to see more and more buyers entering the market the closer we get to summer. So there might be some good deals there that made it through the winter. They're ready to do some negotiating. Right now represents a good buying opportunity on a lot of properties if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, this is also a great time to get on the market. We haven't seen that huge influx of homes for sale that we'll typically see as we get to the spring and summer months, which means competition is lower. Buyers are out there, they're ready. They go into the goal with the goal of buying a property this year, so they're just watching and waiting for that right one to hit, and they're ready to strike. So this is a great time to be entering the market as a seller with that lower competition and that pool of hungry buyers just waiting for that perfect place. And as I'm going through all this, if you currently own a property on Oak Island and one of your goals for the year is to sell that property, we're going to miss you here, but you might be wondering, how does all this market change factor into my personal property? Well, I've got a real easy way for you to figure out what your property is worth right now. I've got a link down in the comments that goes to my home valuation page on my website. You can just plug your address in there. It's super simple. And then within usually about 24 hours, I'll be able to get you a full report that shows all the recent comparable sales and also gives you an average price estimate for your specific property. Another way to do it is you can just give me a call or shoot me a text. All my information's on the screen right now. So if you're definitely thinking about selling this year and you want to see what the situation would be specific to your property, that's the fastest way to get the most accurate analysis. So just give me a call, shoot me a text, and we can get that discussion going. If you're a buyer or you're thinking about finally getting that beach house and making some dreams come true for yourself this year, either here on Oak Island or another nearby beach here in coastal North Carolina, if your goal is to buy a property here on the coast this year, one of my top recommendations to make sure that you're successful in that this year is go ahead and give me a call now, early in the year. Even if you're thinking about waiting till spring or summer to actually make the purchase, give me a call now so we can get a game plan set up for you. You can start to keep eyes on the market, and I can send you the specific things that are going to be right in line with what you're interested in, so you can keep an eye on opportunities. Getting started early in the year like that is really going to pay off versus waiting and then trying to figure everything out all at once. So that's my top recommendation, is getting a plan in place, because like I've said, a lot of these are vacation rental properties. As we get further into the season, they're harder to schedule showings on. So you want to avoid surprises. The best way to do that is to get a good game plan in place with somebody that lives and breathes this market every day, which would be me. All right, so that's it for the stats and your first update here in 2025. I'll be back with these every month. Again, drop a comment. Let me know what your predictions are for the real estate market. Now we're going to jump into my top 3 property picks. So to do that, I'm going to head over to my website, surfhomesnorthcarolina.com or surfhomesnc.com. I've got 2 great websites for you to use and find your perfect place. But our first one here on top 3 property picks is none other than 31 Augusta Drive. This is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath house, 2,807 square feet, listed for $879,000. It is on the golf course that's located here on Oak Island, so you've got golf course views. It's got a huge master suite in it. The entire interior of this home has been recently renovated within the last couple months, top to bottom. Just got a fresh coat of paint on the outside, so it is sparkling. You can't beat the views there, and you're still really close to the beach to access the beach on Caswell or Oak Island, and then you're also not far from Oak Island Pier and all the restaurants and things that are down there. So the amount of house that you can get for the money is unmatched on Oak Island right now. This is a big house. It's got a lot of space for you to bring people in and gather and enjoy your time at the beach. So be sure to check that one out and get out and come take a look. Next up, we've got 110 West Dolphin Drive. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1,760 square feet, priced at $875,000. So when it comes to properties in those first couple rows, this one right here is about the best price that you're going to find. So I think this is a great value for a second row home down on the west end. Sure, you could do some updating on this property, but it's pretty well put together. You wouldn't have to do anything. It's fully furnished. It's had some nice updates done to it. It's got solid rental history and also room to expand on that. So this is definitely one that you want to check out if you're looking for something down close to the beach, first, second, third, fourth row. I think this one's a great value. All right, last but not least, if what you're after in buying a property this year is to be able to enjoy this ocean view 24/7 when you're at the house, you got to check out 2601 East Beach Drive. This listing just came on the market a couple days ago. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house, 1,972 square feet. It's listed at $1,224,900. This is 2601 East Beach. It's an oceanfront house. Below that 1.3 million range, this is looking like a really good value if you compare it to what else is out there in that price range, especially on the oceanfront. So this one, if you're going to look at, I would do it pretty quickly because I could see this property selling rather quickly. So I think that's a great one if you're looking for a nice oceanfront property. It's got room for upgrades and to build equity, but it's also ready to roll. If you just want to take it as it is, rent it, use it, be sure you check that one out if being right on the beach is a goal of yours and you want to be below that 1.5 million price marker, because this one's quite a bit below that. All right, so remember, if you need any help on the real estate side of things this year and you'd like to connect to explore your options, I'd love to chat with you. So just give me a call, shoot me a text. I got my information on the screen. It's also down in the comments. That does it for this market update, but I'll be back again with another one next month. In the meantime, make sure you check out our Island Dream Home series, where you can watch this property taking shape from demolition all the way to the final episodes that we'll have coming at you this year. If you want to rent it, drop that comment in. I want to thank you again for watching. I'm Brian Inskip with Surf Homes NC, and I will see you on the next one.